Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I am always on the hunt for great cards. It's Anything Can Happen Day on Thursdays here, and that is what we have today. We've been opening some unusual stuff for me. I don't usually get into the mega boxes, and we've opened a couple of those lately, and I also don't usually get into the Panini baseball products, but I've got a blaster box of the brand new Donruss 2025 baseball, my mistake. And 90 cards in this box. I don't usually get into the Panini baseball because they can't use the team logos. The uniforms are airbrushed out, all of that stuff. And I don't really enjoy that. And also now Panini can't use most of the contemporary players. Most players who are in the major leagues right now playing baseball are not eligible for use by Panini. So most of what you get is prospects, guys who have never played in the majors but may one day, and veteran players who have retired. And that's, I do like cards of veteran players. There's no question about that. Retired players, Hall of Famers, that kind of thing. But I don't know. I just don't enjoy that. But this looked pretty good. You get 90 cards in the box, which is a lot. And this is indeed a really heavy box. It feels like a brick, honestly. 6 packs with 15 cards per pack, and you're guaranteed an auto or mem card out of every box of this. Plus, you can look for Blaster exclusive silver and gold die cuts. And if you know anything about me, you know I like die cut cards. Always enjoy those. I don't enjoy them quite as much as acetate cards, but I do like them a lot. And there's also, you can get a whammy, which, you can't really just get a whammy any day, anywhere you want. You got to go to a special part of town for that. But you can get one out of this box, and you can look for the ultra rare whammy insert. I have no idea what those look like, but when I saw that on the side of the box, I was like, well, yeah, sure. On Press Your Luck, you would always shout for no whammy. But when it comes to Donruss 2025, you want to get a whammy out of there. If you've never seen that game show from back in the 70s and 80s, you have no idea what I'm talking about, which is usually the case on this channel. If people know any of my references, they must be rather aged like myself. Get Mr. Kershaw to help me open this up. As always, practice good knife safe to keep those blades out of the reach of small children, please, and whammies. Never, ever want to give a whammy a knife. That's just asking for trouble there. All right, let's get into this. Again, 6 packs with a massive 15 cards per pack, which is a lot, and we get 90 cards out of this box. Now that is what a blaster box should look like. Look at that. It is packed with packs, if you'll forgive the expression. There's no Panini air in there. Nope, that just smells like normal air in my house. There's no Panini air in there at all. Let's get these out of here. That is what a blaster should look like. So you can see why I was into that. Just for the sheer number of cards. These are some heavy packs too. I'll mix these up a little bit the way I'm wont to do, and we'll see how we do out of that. First look at 2025 Donruss. This is just out, I believe. I'm one of the first channels to be showing you this product, and I hope that it is something that we all like. Don Mattingly starts things off there. Shout out to Justin at 3 Good Nerds, who is a huge Don Mattingly collector and probably doesn't have that card. Justin, you can let me know if you need that, and I will send it your way. I'll show you the backs of these. They have the same photo on the back as the front, which I'm not a big fan of, but sometimes that's just how it goes. Hopefully there's not a lot of shifting and turning of these cards, but we'll see. Jimmy Rollins there, great Phillies player. This is going to be upside down every other card. We're going to have to do some rearranging because that's not going to be pleasant. Nobody's going to enjoy that, least of all me. All right, so let's do it that way. There we go. All right, Jeff Bagwell, another Hall of Famer there. Like to see that one. And we got Yadi Molina. Ricky Henderson, there's one for the Wolf there. That's awesome. I collect Ricky Henderson, and I like that one a lot. I like the design on these, too. It is not retro. It's the Donruss never did this design before, as far as I know, but it is kind of has a retro feel to it. Another Hall of Famer there, Mike Piazza. I like that one. And Michael Young from the Rangers, Jim Thome there, another Hall of Famer. Brooks Lee, young player for the Twins, Brooks Lee. And we get our first special card. This looks like some sort of a rocket insert. If you look at the border of this, and I'll bring this a little closer so you can check that border out, it looks like rocket ships along the border. I don't think that's a whammy card. I don't know what that is, but pretty cool. That is Zebby Matthews. Seriously, his first name is Zebby. I assume his real first name is Zebulon, which is unusual enough, but goes by Zebi. I don't know. That's a special card, though. Put that in its own stack. Miguel Tejada with the Orioles, and that's got a nice little orange accent to it. I like that. It's another foil one there. I don't think Panini usually numbers their special cards, but you never know. Bert Campaneris, good player there for the A's, went to the World Series several times with them, and he might have been a World Series MVP at one point. I know Gene Tennis was. Campaneris was kind of a leader for that team, though, and a really good shortstop for them for sure. We got a bomb squad card here of another Oakland player, a guy I've never heard of named Tommy White. But you never know. Maybe he is a prospect that could be coming up. Maybe that card will have some interest. Chase Burns there, rated rookie, and our other rated rookie is Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones sounds like a lawyer. Visit the law offices of Spencer Jones and Company. All right, let's get to our second pack. A lot of cards in these packs, which I like. 15 cards per pack. That is the way life should be, in my opinion. We got Greg Maddux here. We get another Hall of Famer out of here, and I like that. I like that there are Hall of Famers in here. That's something I do enjoy about some of these Panini products these days. I just wish they could use the team logos. Oh, right, we got to flip these things over and get all of this and kind of spoil what some of these players that we're getting are. Maybe I'll do that next time. I'll do it off camera so you don't see that. Got some good players coming up in here, though, I can tell you that right now, including this one, Aaron Judge, who is a contemporary player that apparently Panini can use. So that's a pretty sweet pull there. Happy to get that. And Bobby Miller. Mariano Rivera, another New York Yankees great right there. And there's another one, Reggie, who is one of my longtime PC players. Reggie Jackson and Brooks Robinson were probably the first two players I ever PC'd back in the 70s, and delighted to get that one and add it to the Reggie binder. That's pretty awesome. Roger Clemens there, and Hurston Waldrep. Yes, Hurston Waldrep III, Lord of the Manor in Atlanta, yes. Jackson Chorio there, good young player for the Brewers. And James Wood, that's a nice card too, actually. James Wood. None of these are labeled as rookies, which I find interesting. There's another rocket ship one. You can see the border there is once again rockets. And that is Christian Moore from the Angels, I believe. Christian Moore, that goes in that stack. And then we got Pablo Sandoval from the Giants. Cal Ripken, how about that? He's not really recognizable. I wouldn't have known that was... If somebody just showed me that picture, I'm not sure I would have recognized that as Cal, but... there you go. That is awesome. Cal Ripken, longtime PC guy for me as well, so I'm delighted with that. And we do get a rookie there. It is Donruss Elite Series of Dylan Cruz. That's a pretty nice pull. I am pleased with that card. Put that in the Wolf Lair. Now, two rated rookies are Owen Casey and Walker Janik. And those are both nice rated rookies to pull. Go to our next pack. Out of this 2025 Donruss Rip, I believe this product is just on shelves, so I... I'm pleased to bring it to you first if you haven't seen this before. This pack is weird. We're starting off with a rated rookie card in this pack. Usually they're at the end. So I don't know what's going on with Andrew Walters there. Oh, yeah, I got to do these off camera real quick so that none of them are spoiled. I don't know why. It's confusing. I don't know why Donruss does it this way. All right, here we go. Andrew Walters, you've seen him before. He was just on camera. Here he is again for you to feast your eyes on. And there's Tim Hudson. And we got David Ortiz, Big Papi there, and Willie Stargell, another Hall of Famer for us to enjoy. Rated rookie again, Darren Baker. That's Dusty Baker's son, and a lot of people have high hopes for that young player. I'm going to Wolf Lair that one. Bobby Witt Jr., nice one there. I've been collecting Bobby Witt Jr. I'll throw him in the Wolf Lair too. Doc Gooden and Jake Arrieta from Chicago and his luxurious beard. We got another rated rookie here. Wow, this is a good one too. Jace Young. It's a nice one to add to the Wolf Lair as well. We got Jordan Lawler here, and this is a different foil parallel than we've seen. We've only seen the rocket ship ones. This is a red, white, and blue one, which I'm pleased with. It's 4th of July tomorrow, so we should be getting some red, white, and blue foils, in my opinion. Tyson Neighbors there, and that's a rated prospect card of that player, and it is pre-dinged up here in the corner, which I always appreciate when card companies do that for me, because then I don't have to do it. That saves me a step. Thanks for that, Panini. Dustin Pedroia there on a foil card, and Bryce Eldridge on an optic rated prospect card. Wow, that's pretty cool. Like that one. Jared Thomas is our rated rookie at the end, and Bryce Cunningham is another one. So pretty nice that you always get a couple of rated rookies. That pack was chock full of rated rookies, though. We had like 5 rated rookies out of that pack, so that was pretty cool. We're at the halfway point now. This is our 4th pack, so we're halfway through this blaster box. If you're enjoying seeing this, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel, and I certainly appreciate it. This is Manny Ramirez there playing for Boston. Oh, I gotta switch these around so as not to give anybody motion sickness if I do it on camera. Some weird reason Donruss Panini doesn't want to do things the normal way. All right, they've all been reoriented, so it'll be easier to go through these and more enjoyable. There he is again, Manny Ramirez. You may remember him from just about 10 seconds ago. We got Eddie Matthews there, Hall of Famer and great third baseman. Played most of his career with the Braves. Heston Kjerstad, nice Orioles card for me to find. Jake Peavy, good pitcher for San Diego. And Juan Marichal, that's a nice one. I like that one a lot. I'm going to wolf layer that for sure. Deion Sanders and Rhett Lauder. That's a good rated rookie card there. Good pitching prospect for the Reds. And Alex Gordon. And we got Jim Palmer. That's a nice one for me as well, being an Orioles fan. Cool to pull that card. And this is another red, white, and blue one, but this has kind of a more of a... This looks a little different than the other one. The other one I got was glossy, and this has kind of a different finish on it. And again, they don't number these. They're not out of a certain number, and they don't label them to tell you exactly what you've got here. I wish they would do that at least, so that I knew what this insert was called. But anyway, John Smoltz, nice Hall of Famer on the red, white, and blue card. Nick York, that is a rated rookie optic as well, infielder for Pirates, as I recall. And then we got Kellen Lindsey, and that is a different parallel color there as well. On this rated prospect card, we get the orange border, so that's pretty cool. And some kind of crackled foil, I think that's what that's called. I'm not sure. Milestones card, Ryan Sandberg, how about that? Number of Cubs fans watch the channel, including Average Joe, so that one will probably go out to one of you guys. Pretty cool card. And there he is again. This is 2 days in a row that we have pulled a card with Tink Hence on there. I'm obsessed with this player just because I like his name, Tink Hence. I'm going to wolf layer that. I'm going to start wolf layering Tink Hence, just putting it out there. Billy Amick is our last rated rookie out of that pack. I knew nothing about this pitcher. He plays for St. Louis, apparently, or he's in their system, but I like his name. And so if Tink Hence is the new Kodai Senga, I'm okay with that. And if you watch the channel a lot, you'll know what that means. And if you don't watch the channel a lot, it's probably to your advantage not to know the obscure, weird things that I say on here and what they mean. Just flipping the cards over so we don't have to do it on camera so that everybody doesn't get completely motion sick and whatnot. And I'm not previewing them. I'm just kind of flipping them very quickly. We start this pack off with Ian Kinsler, plays for the Rangers, and Austin Wells. There we go, a favorite of Julie Searle. She likes him because I think she likes his mustache. So I don't know that she knows anything about his ability on the field. Evan Carter and Jim Cott, a Hall of Famer there, playing for Minnesota. Played for several different teams, including the Phillies. Pee Wee Reese, another Hall of Famer there. And Luis Angel Acuna. Well, I've been pulling his cards a lot too, actually. He is a good young prospect, and in the Mets system, I'll put him in the wolf layer. Edgar Martinez, who I think is a Hall of Famer as well, and Cliff Lee. We got Chipper Jones. That's a nice one. I do collect chippers, so I'll hang on to that one. And then we get to our special cards. It's another rocket ship border card, which is not a phrase I really have said before. Connor Norby is our rocket ship player, and Andrew Jones, who looks as though he's goofing around on the field or something. I don't know. He's holding the ball, and yet he's trying to field the ball. I don't know what's happening there. It's weird. We got Bobby Witt Jr. We just saw that one, but this is the orange crackle parallel, so that's pretty cool. Put that over there. Diamond Marvels. That's pretty cool, and it's Aaron Judge, no less. That's a really nice pull. Boy, I like that one a lot. That is a really cool card. Very into that one. That's a nice pull. And then our 2 rated prospects are Rentaro Sasaki and Braylon Payne. One Milwaukee player, one. Rentaro Sasaki does not have a team name after it, but maybe it tells us on the back. It does not tell us on the back, so I don't know. He set Japan's prep record with 140 homers, and that seems like a lot of homers, so that could be end up being a really good card if he makes it to the majors. We'll see about that. Last pack, and we pulled some nice inserts, a lot of rookies that I'm kind of pleased with, some Orioles as well. I really don't have much negative to say about this, except the things I've already said, which are about Panini, really, not about this product. Although I do not enjoy having to flip over all of the cards like this. Reminds me of the old Upper Deck packs from the 90s, which you'd have to turn around and move all different ways. Well, we did get something very special in here, actually, which is quite a surprise. But you'll remember I mixed these packs up, too. I don't know if you guys remember that. I kind of mixed them at random, and we were promised an auto or a relic, and there is one of those in this last pack. Randomly, it became the last pack when I shuffled them, so that's kind of cool. Jim Rice, Hall of Famer there, and amazing power hitter, amazing hitter overall. Jim Rice almost got the Triple Crown one year. A lot of people don't remember that, but he was fearsome hitter in the late 70s, really good player. Jacob Wilson, how about that? I'm collecting him as well, so that's pretty cool. But both of those in the Wolf layer, that is awesome. Kumar Rocker, rookie card of that player. That's pretty good too. Man, we got a big stack of Wolf Lair cards, a big stack of PC cards today. That's very nice. Ryan Braun and Mike Mussina. He's wearing the wrong uniform there. He's with the Yankees, but I remember him with the Orioles. Bert Campaneris, we see him again, and Sammy Sosa for the Cubs. Billy Martin in A's managers. Not often you see manager cards in here, but there's Billy Martin, who is in the Hall of Fame, of course. And there's another Oakland A's player, also played for the Yankees, of course, Catfish Hunter, who himself is a Hall of Famer. Nice red, white, and blue card of that player. And rated rookie card of Dylan Cruz, and that's a foil there. That's pretty sweet. That is a nice pull for sure. And then Mike Mussina again. That we have not seen that parallel color before. I'm going to move up these cards so as to mask what the relic or the auto is. But that's a pretty cool black bordered foil card. We have not seen that one before. It is also not numbered, but really quite interesting how many different parallel colors we've been able to pull out of just this blaster. Chase DeLauder there, and who is this? Takoa Roby, and he is with St. Louis. Chase Lauder with Cleveland. And then we'll get to what is our relic card. It is a Jersey Kings relic of Braden Montgomery, who apparently plays for the White Sox. Really flashy card, no question about that, and very small relic in there, but nonetheless, really pretty card. And we got one more behind it, which I did not notice. It's an Unleashed card of Rentaro Sasaki. Wow, that's pretty cool. We just were talking about him, and that's a pretty card. I gotta say, I'll bring that back up to the camera so you can get the full effect of the Unleashed. Maybe you can't. My camera seems to have some sort of bias against this card. I don't know what's going on there. There we go. So there you go. Rentaro Sasaki. We'll see about that player. That's here they list his team as Stanford. So that's kind of interesting. But cool card. Wow. That was a lot of fun. I got to say, I don't usually buy a lot of Panini baseball, as you guys know. But that was a fun blaster. I enjoyed that experience. And if I see more of these on the shelves, I may grab another one. I mean, we've got a big stack. Move it over here. We got a big stack of cards that will go into the PC out of that. So good times as far as I'm concerned. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. That was a unusual thing for me to open, but it is anything can happen day here on the Card Wolf Network. So you just never know what I'm going to do. I'll be back tomorrow on the 4th of July with an all baseball box to commemorate America's pastime and July 4th. And we'll be doing Dorking with Dice and having a great time with it tomorrow. So I hope you guys will tune in for that. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below. And I will be back tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Thursday. And as always, happy collecting.